Welcome back to e-Shikshana program. I will continue the first module. Last class till here I stopped this one. Okay, we will continue from here. Okay, factor affecting the location of the transportation. See, near as possible, transportation should be located. Okay, weighted center of the individual solid waste production areas to be served. First factor affecting easily access to the highway. Okay, easily access to the highway route is the second supplementary mean of transportation. Okay, the highway road should be easily access to the transportation. Okay, as possible near this one. Okay, as per weighted center of the individual solid waste production area is served. Okay, third one, where there is a minimum public and environment objection for transfer operation. There should not be public and environment objection for the movement of the vehicle for the transportation where the waste is transported. Okay, waste was transportation or dumped, waste is dumped, there should be less minimum, okay, minimum public and environment objections should be, okay, minimum public and objections should be, okay, as near as possible weighted center. First one, within the axis, okay, the major highway, this highway route, this important highway route is connected, okay, for transportation, and minimum public objection, public and environment objection for the transport. This is also third point is very, very important. Construction operation as well as construction and operation will be most economical. This also cost wise it should be economical, very, very important. Cost wise it should be economical. Okay, first one weighted center, and second one highway route nearest to the transportation as a mean of okay, connected highway, and objection from the public and environment. Construction operation should be most economical. This is a factor. Okay, addition to transportation site used to process operating involving material recovery, energy production requirement must be considered. Okay, this transportation station site to be used for the processing of energy recovery of energy production. If you want to production of electricity from the waste, the requirement of the land, okay, and nearby it should be there. These are the factor affecting the transportation. First one weighted center, second one connected to the highway, it should be easily connected to the highway. Third one, public and environment objection should be less. Fourth one, operation cost and construction cost should be economical, and space for the energy recovery or a plant or anything, for that it should be easily. This is the factor affecting the, okay, transportation. Over, okay, this one highway and another weighted center, public objection should be less and operation cost should be less, and maintenance, this one construction cost should be economical, and next one, okay, and energy production involved in the operation. Okay, this is the factor affecting transportation. Okay, need of transportation, transport operation become necessary with the whole distance available for disposal of site. As become necessary, disposal site cannot be reached directly by the highway. This is very important. Transportation integral part all the types of MRF and MRFTS. Time requirement for transportation is a key factor, especially traffic congested area. Why we need a transportation? See, there is a heavy traffic area or in highway, okay, and the area, the movement of the transportation route is heavy traffic or anything, it's very difficult for movement morning time or that time. Okay, that time we need a transportation. okay, nearby one shed or anything. We are making the transportation. There we are doing the segregation, and we are segregation, and organic waste are given to the composting, and inorganic and recyclable waste are given to the vendors. This time we need a transfer operation, okay, need of transfer operation, okay, need of transfer station also, okay. If there is a traffic jam or heavy traffic in a highway, we cannot reach directly, okay, and this is congestion in the city or narrow road, this is all the factor, okay. You can see this is the transfer station. We can see this is a big shed, okay. In that all the waste are dumped. Here segregated done manually or it machinery mechanically or anything. Segregation is done here. It is separated. Waste are separated. The recyclable waste taken by the vendors. If the metal is there, they are taken by the vendors. Okay, paper waste is there, they will take by the vendors. Okay, any organic waste, it is taken by the compost for the composting nowadays. Okay, and then unwanted waste that is taken to the dump site. Okay, minimum waste. That way we can transportation is needed. Okay. Okay. Transportation Resource Recovery Center, building process in the temporary deposition, concentration of aggregation of the waste. Okay. Transportation vary significantly in size and function. Some transport allow the residents business drop small load of the waste, recycling and performance preliminary storing of the sorting of the material. Sorting of, yes, segregation, sorting of the material is done, what I told, segregation is done, different material is given to different vendors, and this is a very, this also become the business center, they will get the profit from that, okay, and this is the main, very important by the transfer station, okay. Transportation is a place where local waste collection vehicle deposited cargo prior aggregation and loading of the larger vehicle. This larger vehicle will transfer the waste at the end point of disposal as incineration, landfill, hazardous waste, installation facility, or like what I told. Okay, transportation place, local collection of the vehicle. Okay, it can be transferred any places after the segregation of the waste. Okay, if there hazardous waste or incinerator, burning purpose or anything. Okay. Route optimization is an important factor, route optimization, okay, finding the route, okay, very important factor, okay, the route available for the movement of the waste, okay, we have to think 10 times to this route optimization, okay, how to collect and how to transfer the route, and we have to think many, this one after getting all the land and everything, okay, after getting land and after getting the this one okay, landfill site, everything, now we have to optimize the routes. Once equipment and labor requirement are determined, collection route must be laid out that both collector and equipment used to effectively, okay. Once equipment and labor requirement are determined, the collection route must be laid out so that both the collector and equipment are used effectively. In general, the layout of collections routes involves series of trials. There is no universal set route that can be applied for the situations. Okay. Third one, thus collection vehicle route optimization remain today is the touristic, common sense and practical process. Okay. This is the third point. Fourth one, existing policies and regulation related such item as the point of the collection and frequency of the collection must be identified. Okay. Now, existing system characterize such crew size and the vehicle type must be coordinated, whereas possible routes should be laid down so that begin with the end near the arterial roads or highway using the topographical and physical barrier of the route boundaries. Okay, next point, in hilly areas, routes should be start at the top of the grade and processed down till the vehicle loaded. Okay, very important, in hilly area, routes should be start at the top of the grade and processed down till the vehicle loaded. Okay, whenever possible, routes should be laid down so that they begin end near the arterial roads, okay, using topographical physical barrier to route boundaries. Okay, hilly areas routes start at the top. Okay, already I explained. Okay, now, okay, waste generated traffic congested locations should be collected as easy as possible. Sources which extremely large quantity should be served during the first part of the day. This is also large quantity should be first part of the day we have to collect. Okay, waste generated congested traffic location should be collected early possible. Where there is a traffic is more, we have to collect the waste early as possible. Okay, 6 o'clock or 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock when the traffic is more at 9 o'clock. Before that we have to collect, okay, traffic congested locations. This is very, very important. Large quantity of waste is available. Where it is available, the first part of the day, morning only, we have to collect. Okay, so okay, pick up a point where the small quantity of solid waste generated. Okay, some kind of frequency it should be possible service during the one trip on the same time. Small quantity it is taken one time only with a small step. Okay, then this is the route optimization, very important. Some of the routes optimization is done. Okay, first one, this one where there is heavy traffic, that is also it should be considered, and highway, and where there is a more quantity first we have to collect, whereas less quantity in one trip only we have to collect, and where so many things are there in a route optimization. We have to think where is a congested area, a morning where there is heavy traffic, morning say 6 o'clock to 7 o'clock we have to collect the waste, and where is heavy traffic, that route should be should not be disturbed. Earlier we have to collect. Okay, and so many method of the route optimization, very, very important process of the route optimization. Okay, already I explained what are the points in the route optimization. Okay, this is very important when we get the dump site, land and city. In that, the route optimization is very, very important. Where to collect, how the traffic of the city, where is the congested area, where the highway traffic, and everything, it should not be disturbed to the public. Very, very important. Okay, so route optimization is very important process. Now we go for the solid waste management 2000 rules, and it is changed 2000 amendment. Okay, very, very important. Government or central government, okay, has the municipality and handling rules 2000. Okay, and it is notified new solid waste management rule 2016. It has changed April 8. The silent features of the rules which was changed 2016 as under one by one I will explain. Okay, we will. Area covered, which are the areas should be covered. First point. Okay, there are 7 points in that, one by one we should be done. Every urban area, local body, mega city, panchayat level or anything, there should be, waste should be collected. Every urban local body, mega city to panchayat level, okay, big city to panchayat level, waste should be collected. Okay, outgrowth of urban algorithm. Okay, this one outgrowth, what the development. Okay, this one outgrowth of the urban algorithmation. Okay, this is one of the. Okay, second point, Censor town declared Register General and Central Commissioner Office. Okay, this also. Census towns as declared as by the Register General and Censor Commissioner of India. Okay, Census Commissioner of India. Okay, this is also this town declared by the Register General and Censor Commissioner of India. Okay, and notified area, this here also we should collect the waste. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, notified industrial township. Okay, here also we have to collect all the industrial area. Okay, industrial area, township also we have to collect the waste. Notified area also we have to collect it as. Okay, census towns declared by the Registrar General and Census Commissioner of India, urban outgrowth of the urban algorithm, and every urban local area, mega city to panchayat, we have to collect the waste. Okay, airport, this one important. Ports and harbor, we have to collect the waste. Okay, defense establishment where there is army area or army, this one working places or training. Okay, special economic zone, here also we have to collect the waste. State and central government organization, we have to collect the waste. Access under the Indian Railway, we have to collect the waste here also. Okay, airport, we have to collect the waste. Port and harbors, we have to collect the waste. Defense establishment, we have to collect the waste. Special economic zone, we have to collect the waste. State and central government organization, we have to collect the waste. Urban area, Indian Railways, okay, here these are the areas, all the area we have to cover. Okay, places, pilgrims, okay, and tourism places, religious or historical important state government time to time, every domestic, institutional, commercial and any non-resident solid waste and situation area. About 13 areas, okay, where there is a pilgrim or this one temples, religious history, important notified area, every domestic, institutional, and this all we have to, okay, cover. Area should be covered. We have to collect the solid waste from this all places, about 14 places, okay, 14 places, okay. See what are the areas should be covered, okay, area, urban area, body, mega city to panchayat level, 1, outgrowth urban agglomeration, okay, census towns and registered central government commissioner of India, okay, notified area, notified industrial town, industrial township, okay, airport, port and harbors, defense establishment, okay, special economic zone, state and central government organization, area under the control of Indian Railway, okay, pilgrim, okay, and religious historic important, and every domestic institution, commercial and other non-resident solid waste generator situation area. This area, first 2016 amendment, first area, which are the areas should be covered, collection of the solid waste. Very important, areas should be covered. Okay. Next point, waste generator. Who are the waste generator? Everyone cannot be generate the waste. Everyone, so some of the, they have listed the one list, they have areas should be covered, they have given which are the areas should be covered by the government, they have given the list, already I explained. Waste generator, who are the waste generator? Second one, second amendment or rules, every household, event organization, street vendors, market association, gated community more than 500 square meter, hotel and restaurant, see one by one, okay, every household where there is a house and a residential, event organization, okay, street vendor, okay, market association, okay, gated community more than 5,000 square meter, okay, and hotels and restaurant, okay, these are the waste generator one by one, we'll go who are the generating the waste. Okay, these are they are given the list of waste generator. Okay, this all the waste generator, so many are there. Okay, all we okay, did not explain, all are waste generator, industry, everything is there. They are also generated, they have separate rules and regulations. Okay, these are the waste generator. Okay, next one. Okay, duties of the waste generator authority, who have the duties. First one, where area should be covered by the solid waste, this collection of the solid waste. Generator of the waste, who all have the duties. Okay, everyone have the municipality worker, first one. Waste generator shall be segregated waste and stored separately with the hand or a municipality worker or authorized pickers. Okay, and Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate. Okay, climate changes shall be okay, central monitoring committee to the monitoring review every year. Okay, Ministry of Environment, Forest and Climate Change shall be constitute central monitoring committee, okay, to change monitoring and review every year. Okay, central government, okay, all monitoring committee, central government committee and forestry and environment has to monitor once in a year. Okay, MOUD shall be frame national policy SWM and coordinate with the state UTS, provide the technical guidelines, finance and support training local bodies. Okay, they have the duty. And Department of Fertilizer Chemicals shall be assist the market development of for city compost, makes the available companies, okay, 3x4 bag compost, 6x bag fertilizer. Okay, they also Department of Fertilizer and Chemicals. They have the assist the market development of the city compost and making available of companies. Minister of Agriculture shall also flexible fertilizer control order, promote the organization, compost the testing facility for the compost issues guidelines. Minister of Power fixed, okay, tariff of power generation, WTE projects and ensured distribution throughout the company, through the companies. Okay, MNRE shell facilities, infrastructure for the waste to energy plant provide subsidy. Okay, and secretary in charge UD shall prepare the state policy strategy, adapt. Okay, 3 rupees, coordinate the state planning, identify the common regional landfill, notify the guidelines of the buffer zone. Another duties, okay, okay. District collector or magistrate facility, identify the landfill site, quarterly review the performance of the local body. Secretary, panchayat same as UD at the panchayat level. Central Public Pollution Control Board shall coordinate State Pollution Control Board PCT for the monitoring, annual report, formulation of standards, review new technologies, prepare the guidelines for buffer zone, okay, for the residential commercial construction activities area and interstate movement of the waste. Next one, the rules, okay. Local authorities, panchayat shall prepare SWM plan, solid waste management plan with the timeline, and it is implementation, segregation, adapt 3 rupees material recovery, processing, disposal of the waste, use free, level, spot fine. Okay. And State Pollution Control Board PCC shall be monitoring, issue the authorization and regulate. Okay. Next one. Okay. Local manufacturer and brand owners shall facilitate and collect back waste as their product, provide the punch of packing sanitary waste. Industry, cement, power and power plants shall use RDF within the 100 kilometer. Operate facilities shall be followed guidelines and standards. Fourth one, criteria for hilly region. Avoid the landfill hilly region. Okay, that is a very important. Construct a landfill at the plain area only. That is the one of the rule by 2016 amendment. Don't use the hilly region landfill, only use the plain area. Next one, waste to energy plant, 1000 kcal kg and above co-insulation cement and power plant. Okay, fifth rule. Sixth rule, time frame for implementation of the SWM rules. Landfill identification 1 year. Okay. Second one, procurement of the waste processing facilities 2 year. Ensure the segregation of the waste 2 years. City up to 1 million population 2 years. Million plus cities 3 years. Setting up the sanitary landfill 3 years. Okay, bioremediation or capping of the old landfill 5 years. Review and implementation of rules at a various level. This is the 7th rules. MOEF and CC Central Monitoring Committee every year. District Collector review performance of the local authority quarterly. State Pollution Control Board PCC review implementation rules DMA half yearly. Okay, Secretary in charge UD state level advice committee. It is to acknowledge that video is taken from the YouTube. Thanks to YouTube, this resource is given by the YouTube. Thanks to YouTube.
Hyderabad, endearingly called the Pearl City, is one of India's fastest growing cities. It offers a fascinating panorama of the past, with a richly mixed cultural and historical tradition spanning over 400 colorful years. Hyderabad has something to offer for each one of us. Heritage monuments, lakes, temples, museums, delectable cuisine and a delightful shopping experience. Hyderabad has it all. Today, it has emerged as a strong industrial commercial technology center and is seeking to be a globally preferred destination. As human needs and activities overload our planet, many countries have introduced statutory waste minimization and recovery targets to address the Earth's dwindling resources and the growing mountains of waste. The population growth, rapid urbanization, and the changes in the city of Hyderabad has seen coming of the Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation. The Greater Hyderabad Municipal Corporation, or GHMC, is the local government for the cities of Hyderabad and Secunderabad. Improper management of municipal waste by disposing it unscientifically into open dumps and landfills is creating huge problems to public health and environment. With a commitment to better the environment and to provide the best sanitation services to the citizens of Hyderabad, Ramki Enviro Engineers, a pioneer in waste management, has established a quality delivery system, the Integrated Municipal Solid Waste Management Project. The HIMSW project uses the most environmentally sound strategies for municipal solid waste. Scope: door-to-door collection, secondary transportation up to transfer station, transportation from transfer station to processing and disposal facilities, processing and disposal, transfer stations, reclamation and alternative use of existing 4 dump sites. Components: compost plant, refuse-derived fuel, waste to energy, landfill operations, capping of existing dump, leachate management. The waste transported from the transfer stations is brought to the facility where each truckload is weighed and data entry is made using computers with data servers for storing, retracting each entry. The weight trucks offloaded at the tipping floor of pre-sorting unit are loaded onto conveyors using dozers. The waste is passed through a 100 mm rotating screen or trommel with screens of 100 mm sieves. The recyclable material, like plastic bottles, is recycled at a recycling plant inside the facility. The material besides the recyclables with size more than 100 mm is known as combustible material due to high calorific value. Refuse-derived fuel. The segregated combustible material is further processed to get refuse-derived fuel or solid recovered fuel. The combustible material is stored on a dry concrete platform to ensure maximum moisture removal by sun drying. The dried material is fed to the hopper of a primary shredder, where the material greater than 100 mm is shredded to 80 to 100 mm material. The primary shredded material is fed to the hopper of a secondary shredder that reduces the material size to less than 25 mm. The secondary shredded material is then conveyed to a baling machine for packing the material. These bales are then stretch wrapped and transported to cement industries as fuel. The segregated material passing through the 100 mm sieves of trommel are further processed using windrows process. The windrows are turned for 28 days to ensure complete exposure of organic material to oxygen. The windrows are sprayed with herbal sanitizers to ensure better decomposition and ensure no odor is generated. The material from the windrows section is further refined by passing it through rotating screens of 35 mm sieves. The material with size more than 35 mm is segregated, which can be briquetted and used as an alternative fuel to fossil fuel in energy-intensive industries. Material less than 35 mm is further screened using trommels with screen or sieve size of 16 mm. The material with more than 16 mm size is segregated and briquetted for cement industries as fuel. The material less than 16 mm is stored in the curing section for final screening and curing. In the curing section, the output of 16 mm screening is sent through final set of screens or trommels, which segregates materials less than 4 mm. The final output is refined, which meets the fertilizer control order standards and is used as biofertilizers in agricultural sector. The final output is further blended with additives to improve the product value and packed in a blending and packing shed for dispatch to fertilizer companies. Other recovered products include coconut coir pits from shredding of coconuts. The coir is baled and sent to small-scale industries and as fuel to factories. Waste to energy. The waste from the trucks is tipped in a storage pit. The storage time for the waste is 7 days with leachate addition for charging the waste. The charged waste is fed to a hopper using cranes. The waste is then passed on to moving grates that combust the waste at a temperature of 1100 to 1200 degrees centigrade. The engineering design of the furnace ensures that the intermediate gases go through complete combustion to maintain a temperature of 850 degrees centigrade. Maintaining this temperature ensures that dioxins and furans are not formed in the process. The heat energy is passed into a boiler for generating superheated steam. This steam is used for driving the turbine and electricity generation. The electricity generated is exported to the grid after captive consumption of 15 to 17% of total electricity generation. The residual gases from the process are passed through air pollution control system, which comprises of scrubbers for removal of acidic gases such as nitrogen oxides, sulfur dioxide, hydrochloric gases, any heavy metals, and activated carbon filters. Any particulate matter is removed by using dust collector systems and precipitators. The bottom ash from the incineration process is removed and can be used for construction purpose. Landfill. The processing of waste generates various byproducts. The inert material that is essentially present in the waste or is a rejected material of the process is disposed to a secure landfill. The landfill comprises of multiple layers of boulders, clay, HDPE sheets, geotextile, and leachate collection network of HDPE material. These layers are of varying thickness to ensure that no leachate from the landfill percolates the soil and groundwater. Landfill operations are closely monitored to record any leachate movement. Capping. The existing site for waste management facility has the legacy of years of waste dumping. The waste dump is capped using scientific methods. The process requires laying of HDPE piping network for collection of leachate, covering of soil followed by clay lining, geocomposites, additional thicker soil layer, and vegetation cover. Piping network is also laid for collection of any methane gas and flaring to mitigate release of greenhouse gas emissions. Leachate management. Leachate management is a crucial aspect of the HIMSW project. All the waste stored and waste management processes generate leachate. The leachate generated at site is collected through an extensive pipeline network. Raw leachate is pumped to a chemical dosing tank with flash mixer. Alum or coagulant is added to the tank to create flocks from the suspended solids in the leachate. The leachate is passed into lamella settler that settles the flocks of suspended particles. The supernatant is passed through pressure sand filters that remove the remaining suspended solids and reduce turbidity. The leachate is then passed through a two-stage reverse osmosis system, which uses membranes for filtering the leachate of all contaminants and provide clear permeate, which is used for greenbelt and landscaping development. As we do our bit for the environment and for the generations to come, we strive to deliver service excellence to save natural resources, conserve energy, reduce pollution, reduce the toxicity of our waste, and save money for consumers and businesses. The project is a model for inclusive and sustainable development for our society. HIMSW extends the vision of Ramki Group towards sustainable development.
నగరంలో ఎక్కడ చెత్త ఉత్పత్తి అయినా చాలా ఆధునికమైన పద్ధతుల్లో విశ్వ నగరాల్లో గ్లోబల్ సిటీస్ గా చెప్పుకునే నగరాల్లో ఏ రకంగా చేస్తారో అదే రకంగా మన హైదరాబాద్ లో కూడా చేయాలన్న ఉద్దేశంతో భారతదేశంలోనే మొట్టమొదటిసారిగా ఇంత అత్యాధునికమైన ఫ్లీట్ ను ఏర్పాటు చేసినందుకు, ఇంత అత్యాధునికమైన వ్యవస్థను ఏర్పాటు చేసినందుకు నేను ముందుగా జిహెచ్ఎంసి కమిషనర్ గారికి, మేయర్ గారికి హృదయపూర్వకమైన అభినందనలు తెలియజేస్తా ఉన్నాను.
10 years before, Hyderabad is a ugly city. Okay, that government has taken initiative action, a lot of fund from the Hyderabad government, and lot of modern technology came brought from the outside. Now the Hyderabad become the clean city. You can see how the collection of so many modern vehicle came from the taken and purchased from the abroad, and so many collection system they have changed this on different types of source of collection and wet waste and dry waste, and it is taken to different collection transportation method also, modern technology, and disposal method also modern technology. Waste to energy we can find in that video, and manual composting this one yard, and a lot of this one recycling yard, and waste to gas and everything we can see in Hyderabad city, that it become the smart city and one of the beautiful city now. All the zero waste, they have managed the zero waste management. Okay, this is one of the special thanks to Hyderabad government. My opinion is all state government, chief minister, everyone has to take initiative action about the waste management, okay, to make the clean city. Okay, thank you.